Let's go.
He doesn't.
Yeah, end there.
Mancity!
We hosted the European champions.
My boy!
Deservedly.
The treble
We beat them
winner!
deservedly. Come on, Arsenal.
My squad! Let's go, baby! What a glorious morning this was. The game was at 8:30. I did not care. I would have loved to sleep in, but no. I had to wake up and watch my boys deliver a very statement comprehensive victory today. I am so proud of the boys. When I was telling you guys in my predictions that we were going to get a victory today, I predicted 2-1. It wasn't to be, but it was class. It was quality. It was timing. It was concentration. Remember when I was praying and when I told you that our mindset to be connected to the players? What happened today? What happened today? The boys were awake from the first minute till the last. Quality on display. And we rode our luck. And you make your own luck by just trying and trying and trying. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. But obviously, I have to start with the starting lineup. But that was a brief roundup for what we did today to Manchester City. Come on, guys. Come on, Gunners. You're the greatest team in the world. Oh my God, the starting lineup. I'm not going to lie. When I saw it, I felt a little bit down. I was like, Jorginho in the middle? What's going on? What happened? What is going on? No Saka in the starting lineup on the bench. I was a little bit edgy, but then what happened? For some reason, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't too nervous. I had this, usually for big games against Manchester United, Chelsea, the lot. I had this tingling feeling, usually. And I'm like, today is different. I wasn't too concerned for some reason. And I was like, what does this mean? We're going to win. And I just had zero doubt at some point. But let me get into the team sheet for you. Let's go. Raya in goal. Obviously, he's our number one now. I'm not going to say this. This is the last time you hear me say this. Raya is our number one goalie, period. Ben White, my guy. Solid Ben Whistle. That's what I call him. Ben Whistle was incredible, right? Nothing went through him. He was just a solid rock at the back. I love that guy so much, man. Whoever they put in there, whether it was who started on the left wing? I don't even remember, but it didn't matter because Foden and Julian Alvarez were just running all over the place. I don't remember who the left winger was. That's how good Ben White did. That's how good he was today. So Ben White right back. Gabriel and Saliba. Oh my guys. If you're not an Arsenal fan, if you're an aspiring footballer, you're a defender, you need to go and watch this game. Masterclass at defending. Those two men were solid as rocks, as we know that they can be. But when I'm telling you, they put 0 foot wrong today. It was a perfect game by those two lads. Incredible display by my two centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba. By far the best defensive partnership in the Premier League, for sure. I would say Europe, but let's not push it too much. At left back, we had Zini Zinchenko, the man who came into this game with a little bit of controversy, but I'm not going to talk about this on this channel. I'm not going to talk about it at all to deflect from the impressive play, so I will not do that. Zinchenko at left back was, as expected, of course. Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard in the middle. Now, everybody thought Jorginho would be the last man, and then Rice and Odegaard in front, but no, it was Jorginho on the right, Declan Rice on the left middle holding, and then Odegaard up top. From both of them. On the left, Trossard was in there. Martinelli was on the bench, but I guess he wasn't fit enough to play all 90 minutes or to start. So our manager, Mikel Maestro Arteta, my guy, my manager, everybody who was calling for this man to be sacked, I hope you guys can forgive yourselves because you let yourself down. You did. There's a lot of people who did, but my manager, maybe I was one of them. I didn't necessarily want him out, but I was not convinced. But he has won me fully over, and I couldn't be more impressed with my manager. But please, I'm digressing. I'll come back to that, man. On the left, Trossard was up there. Up top with Nketiah, dead center, top 9. Jesus on the right. So the game kicked off. It was a little bit edgy. We were making too many mistakes. Raya made a couple errors. And what I found interesting, after the game, they asked Arteta what he felt about the play. He said, blame me. Boo me. I was the reason. And he told Raya before the game, you will make mistakes, but I need you to play like we have trained to play. And that is what will happen. The crowd might be behind you, but keep doing it. Don't just start kicking the ball all over. Keep maintain focus, stick to the game plan. And I'm not gonna lie, I was screaming at the top of my lungs when he almost got us, got us a goal down with how long he was holding the ball before he would kick it out. So I was very nervous. But it was the game plan. And if you notice, there was a time they cut play. After those errors, I thought I was clapping for him. Because he's the one responsible for Raya's holding the ball up for too long or whatever it may seem. It was his job. Obviously, he wanted him to be, more effective with his passing and make better decisions. But that was the game plan. Raya hold on to the ball because against the team like Manchester City, we have to bring in something different. And we did today. And it worked at the end. But like the first 10 to 15 minutes, it was like all Mancity. We were just, we just made so many errors. But we came back, we grew into the game, and we started to make fewer errors. There was not so many opportunities. It was very cagey until the referee had to show himself, didn't he? All the time. These English referees are just so terrible. They need to go back to the drawing board and tell these men what is a foul, what is a yellow card, what is a red card, because it is criminal that Kovacic didn't get sent off after that tackle on Odegaard. It was a clear red card in my opinion. Both feet were off the ground and he caught my man above the foot. It wasn't a little bit above the ankle. And that, to me, by the rules, we've seen it given tons of times. This should have been a red card to Kovacic. I don't know what happened. And if that wasn't enough, we play off the ball to Rice. Rice passes the ball. Guess who's sliding again? Kovacic. Clear yellow card. But this referee said, no, I must be the star of the show. I can understand that maybe he didn't want to let City go down. It might kill the competition, but nobody cares. If you have to obey the laws, if it's a foul, it's a foul. I don't care. You've done it. If it was Shaka, they are quick to, with their fingers, itchy fingers, they must do something. But with Kovacic, they were like, no, it doesn't make any sense. And that freaking linesman, that was a play where we crossed the ball over to Ben White and we had room. And he called offside. And I'm like, wait, let me look at that again. And he was onside. And I just don't understand the urgency to wave your flag when you have VAR. They have told this man, if you're unsure, if you're uncertain, or if it's tight, do not raise your flag. Let the play go on and then we'll review. Just to come and see that the guy was not offside. I just don't understand these referees and this. I don't know if it's an ego thing where they just want to make calls. I don't just get it. So we were robbed. Mancity should have been a man down all through the game, but he kept them on. But our heads did not drop. It was a little bit annoying, but we kept going. It was very cagey. It was like a perfect chess match. And the second half, at halftime, Martinelli came on. We thought it was a tactical change, but Arteta, after his press conference, which I just watched, he said that Trossard was feeling something. But I was very glad to see my man because he just felt like we had no outlet, we had no pace up top. Jesus is not slow, Eddie is not slow, but they don't just have that fire like Saka or Martinelli. So seeing Martinelli come on was just it just gave us some more life. And you could tell that Walker was having an easy day before that. Because when my boy came on, it was a different ball game. They started to push back. They started to look a little confused. And I think that was what changed the game for us. When Martinelli came on, everything changed. That was when the game really kicked off for us, to be honest. And then this was where I think the game changed. I was discussing with my boy Yaz after the game. And Yaz said, that master stroke. And it's not like the stroke was in the waiting for Guardiola to show his hand first. Guardiola made 3 changes at once. Yaz was telling me that this is the first time Guardiola has ever done it in the recent future. I don't know if he did it for Barcelona, but in Man City, he's never made all 3 changes at once. And that was what Arteta played on. He was like, okay, he's making 3 changes. He's showing his hand all through. He didn't make like 1, 1, 1, to try to counter, but he made 3 changes. And what did my maestro do? Mikel Arteta saw the plan. Because now when you make 3 changes at once, it shows that, okay, I've shown all my hand. I've shown my hand. These are all the cards I'm going to play because this is what I believe will work. And what did my man do? He just countered. Right away, brought on Tomiyasu, brought on Uncle Pate, my Ghanaian brother, and Kai Chukwuebuka Havertz. Brought these 3 men on to counter it, to counter whatever Guardiola had just done. And that was a stroke of genius. Now, the game kicked off. And next thing I look, I'm like, where the hell is Tomiyasu? Up top, chasing down the goalkeeper on the left wing. A crossfield ball came into the left wing. And I was like, oh, Martinelli, one-on-one with Foden? And I looked, it was Tomiyasu. In my mind, I'm like, why the hell is this left back who was brought on to deal with to counter the attacking changes Pep just made. Why is he the one up top? I'm like, you're supposed to be back there, bro. And I was like, this is instruction. Yaz and I were discussing. And he was like, this was probably the instruction given to him by Arteta. Come to find out after listening to the press conference after the game, Arteta said that even he was shocked. That he said to Tommy after the game, like, why? You were brought on to handle the pace of Doku, because he was playing on the right and he took Zinchenko off so you can defend this brother. But what you did was to start going up. Like, what was going on? So he was shocked, but he still gave him credit. And I found it interesting that the defender had that much willingness to attack this team and go forward. That just made my day. It just made my day just hearing that. I thought it was tactical genius by the manager, but to see that our players have that, what's the word I'm looking for? The idea, they're thinking positive, thinking win, win, win. This manager came into this team and he always insisted on winning every game. Nothing like draw, nothing like every game you're striving to earn the right to win the game. And our defender came on and he pushed up. Even for the goal, this is masterful. For the goal, the 4 subs had the ball, were involved. Partey crossed the ball to Tomiyasu again. Crazy, supposed to be our left back. Tomiyasu was up top, headed the ball down to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz controlled the ball, held it up well, laid it off for Martinelli. And what happened? Bang. Obviously, fortuitously, he took a big deflection that took it away from the goalkeeper and went into the back of the net. And I ran wild. I lost my mind. I lost my cool. I lost my composure. I lost everything because that was huge for me. That was huge. That was the moment that I knew that my team had done exactly what needed to be done. I was so proud of them. But I was even more proud about what happened after. You know what happens when you score a big team is that, now there's a little bit of time left. We scored at the perfect time. I think it was like 86 minutes. It's only 4 minutes of normal time plus added time. At that point, you're like, they're going to go for it. Mancity did not have any opportunities after we went forward. We completely dominated that play. It's a known fact in football that you're most vulnerable after you just score a goal. But these men did not let anything slip. They controlled the game with such comfort. Odegaard, Havertz as well, who has gotten a lot of stick from the Arsenal fans, and myself, I'm not going to lie. Jesus, Tomiyasu, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Gabriel, I can't list these players enough. They're so incredible. What I saw today was just nothing short of incredible. And I saw an interesting stat. Special mention to my boy Saliba, who nullified the alien, the robot, Erling Haaland. He didn't have one shot at goal today. It's incredible. It really is. We kept a clean sheet against Manchester City. The Manchester City. Come on. We can't. And we limited them to one shot on target in 90 minutes. I don't have the stats of the last time that happened, but to limit a team like Manchester City, yes, they didn't have De Bruyne. Yes, they didn't have Rodri, but they had enough to win. They had enough to at least pose a threat. They had enough to at least get at least 2 shots on target, but they had one, restricted to one, and it wasn't even a clear-cut chance or anything. Testament to my boys, testament to the hard work of the entire team, because your defense starts from attack, and just the control of Saliba. There was one play where the ball was given to Erland seemingly, and he was just running, but my strong man, Saliba just bodied him off, and he was on the ground. Rolls Royce of a defender. I was listening to someone speak earlier. I don't remember who. They said they compared them. We have a Rolls Royce and a Range Rover in centre back, in Saliba and Gabriel. Such quality, man. Such class. And I reckon these are the best. This is the best defensive pairing, definitely in the league. I would go as far as saying in the entire world. I love my boys, and I'm so proud of the genius Mikel Arteta, man. I think there's so many talking points in this game. I can keep going on and on and on. I hope I haven't left any key thing out, but I think I got it all. Just masterful chess game, and it's all about timing and just making the right moves. And today it's safe to say that Mikel Arteta made the right moves on the chessboard. Couldn't be prouder. We're joined up with Tottenham Hotspurs up top. I did pretty well with my predictions this week. In another video, probably tomorrow, I'll be, reviewing my predictions. But yeah, I'm so proud of the boys. So proud to be an Arsenal fan. Like I said on my Instagram, and I probably might put in this video, talk to me nice. I am an Arsenal fan, and my team is here for real. Peace and love, guys. God bless.